Hello, beautiful brides. It's Chelsea Moore with Double Blessing Events, and as you can see, I've taken all of my winter stuff out. I'm really excited. Well, okay, I take that back. I'm not that excited because I hate cold weather. That's why I live in Texas, but I'm glad that I have clothes to keep me warm. So today, I am talking about how to actually become ordained. And I'm really excited about this topic because one of my brides asked me, hey, my brother wants to actually marry us. Can you help us figure out how to get ordained? So I did some research and wanted to share it with you guys because it's actually super simple. So I actually got ordained myself because it was so easy. So I got ordained through the Universal Life Church, www.ulc.org, and you just go on there. I think you say like become ordained or become a minister or something like that. It's super easy, right up on their website. And it's almost like you just fill out your application form and then right away you get an email with your little certificate. Now, from that point, you are technically ordained. However, if you are going to perform a wedding, then it would be best to contact the county where the wedding is going to be held and ask them, hey, what kind of documentation do you need from me? So then you know that I am valid and qualified and good to go. Because one, you don't want any legal stuff to come up. And two, you just want to give the couple peace of mind that their minister that's going to marry them is actually legit, okay? So fill out the application, you get your certificate in your email, contact the county to see what materials they need. Then when they get back to you and let you know, then you can go back to the Universal Life Church website and actually order those specific materials that you need, okay? So when you actually perform the ceremony, there are only two things that you need to actually say. And please say them or else it's not really an official marriage. So the first one is you have to say the I do statement. So it's where you turn to the woman and you say, do you take so-and-so to be your lawfully wedded husband? She says, I do. Same thing for the groom. Do you take so-and-so to be your lawfully wedded wife? He says, I do. That's the first thing. The second thing is you then have to pronounce them husband and wife. Please do this or else it's not official, okay? So the I do statements, pronounce them husband and wife. Those are the two things that you have to say during the ceremony. Other than that, it is totally up to you. You could do a little sermon. You could do a prayer. You could read some scripture, whatever the couple wants you to do, okay? You totally have free reign with that. Just make sure to say the two statements, okay? Then, after the ceremony, you actually have to sign the wedding license. Don't let that slip by you, okay? Sign the wedding license. You will sign it as minister. That will be your title. When it says, I think it says ceremony type, you will put religious ceremony. You won't put wedding, you'll put religious ceremony. And then you'll sign it and you'll date it. If it asks for the denomination, you can put non-denominational, unless they have a specific denomination like Catholic or something that you did specifically, okay? So the wedding license is signed, the ceremony is done, they are married because you pronounced them married, he did the I do statements. So now it just comes down to getting the wedding license back to the county. So I live in Texas, and so this all applies to Texas specifically, okay? If you live in another state, make sure to do your research. But when you sign the wedding license, when everything is good to go, then you need to send the wedding license back to the address that it has in the instructions for you. So that will be with the marriage license, or at least should be. If it's not, then ask the bride and groom, where is your envelope that you got when you received this in the mail, okay? And if you aren't comfortable with sending it in yourself, then ask a trusted family member or friend of the bride and groom. Trusted, we don't want this to get lost in the mail, or we don't want it to not get done, and we don't want them to not be legally married. So make sure you get someone that you trust or that the bride and groom trust that's really, really good and responsible and reliable, okay? So either you send it back or they send it back. Make sure to send it back to the address that's on the instructions. And that's it. So to summarize, application on universallifechurch.org, and it doesn't have to be just through that website. That's just the website that I use that made it super easy. Print off your certificate, contact the county, the actual county that the marriage is taking place, ask them what they need, what materials they need to declare you eligible, perform the ceremony, say the I do's and pronounce them husband and wife, sign the marriage license, send it back to the county where they got the wedding license from, okay? And that's it. So that's what you need to know if you are ordained and how to conduct a marriage ceremony. Have a good day, you guys.